to discuss why there is an increase in crime rate in India, and especially about the relationship aspect of our lives. Everyone would have seen the cases of murders and rape and whatnot. So, I have my theory of why that's the case. That nowadays the relationships are getting more, what do you say, duller, or why they are getting more and more aggressive. So let's start, and if you have any comment on it, you can surely share with me. Yeah. So what we're talking about? Okay, so let me just check if we are live. And rape and whatnot. So yeah, we're live. Let's see why there is an increase in crime rate in India. So first we'll discuss how much crime happens in India and what are the reasons, right? That's the point here. So, according to the National Crime Record Bureau, according to National Crime, in 2018, the crime rate was 383.5 per 1 lakh people. Means in every 1 lakh people, there were 383 crimes. Okay? If that's clear to you. In 2019, it was 385.5, and in 2020, it was 383.5. So, crime decreased, right, in COVID times, because everyone was at home and no one really. But I have a proposition that crime increased. Crime increased during this time because everyone was at home and people were so tired of their lives. They had nothing to do, so crime increased during that time. And in total there were 51.5 lakh cases of cognizable offense and 32.2 lakh cases of IPC and 19.4 lakh cases of special law SLS, right? Increased in murder of incident registered 50.7 lakh. Murder and abduction, assault, or death by negligence. Death by negligence can be attributed to doctors, I would say, or some special cases, but yeah, account for more than 1/5 of the crime registered. 10.5 lakhs, which include 10.5, which includes crimes such as murder, and it's lakh, not thousand. Murder, kidnapping, and assault. Mainly these three. These three are the prime reasons. So let us understand why it is and how we can attribute this to or apply this in our relationships. So yeah, and how people are getting so aggressive and why there is an increase in crime rate in relationship. So this is me explaining you how. Today we are going to focus on crime rates committed in relationship on the basis of ages. Like we are going to discuss from 15 to 30, 25, and then 25 and above. So we'll understand what's the statistics and how the crime rate increases or decreases accordingly. We'll start from higher group and to the lower, understanding the pattern. But for people being in relationship nowadays, it's not like old times. I would say old times were, we knew our culture. The main reason behind all of this is, I would explain you much later, but yeah. So let's understand why and how much there is that crime in a relationship, and what are the crimes, what are the aspects of it, how are they committed, how you should stay safe from it. Yeah, so let's discuss. But first of all, let me give you one of the best relationship advice, the best advice you can get. So this is my advice, right? Remember these lines. These lines are the most important lines. गरजने वाले बादल बरसते नहीं. प्रॉब्लम हमारा क्या है? हम गरजने वाले बादल तो है, क्या बरस बहुत ज़्यादा हम गरजने वाले बादल कई बार बहुत ज़्यादा बरस भी जाते हैं. मीन्स कि हम गुस्सा तो करते हैं, हम गुस्सा करते हैं, ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, गुस्सा करो. बिकॉज गुस्सा करने से एक रिलेशनशिप में व्हाट डू यू से एक एक्सपेक्ट बिल्ड होता है कि हाँ गुस्सा तो आने वाला है, देखो सबको गुस्सा आने वाला है, बट वो चीज़ बरसनी नहीं चाहिए. इट मीन्स इट शुड बी कन्वर्टेड टू लाइक वायलेंस और फिजिकल और एनी काइंड ऑफ वायलेंस. इट शुड बी कन्वर्टेड. सो इसलिए कहते हैं हम आजकल की जनरेशन में हम गरजने वाले बादल तो है, बट कभी कभी बहुत बार हम बरस भी जाते हैं. एंड देयरफॉर रिमेंबर there always will be differences in your relationship. There always will be fights. There always will be something to disagree on. Yeah, because it's a relationship and we are humans, remember? So we'll disagree on a lot of things, we'll have fights on a lot of things, we'll argue on a lot of things, but ऐसे कभी नहीं होता कि इंसान एक साथ रहते हो और झगड़े नहीं होते. हम तो लाइक इफ यू वुड सी आवर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स टू, दे आर लाइक द ओल्डेस्ट एज आई हैव नोन. सो वो भी कभी कभी झगड़ते. सो या झगड़ना इज़ अ वेरी नॉर्मल थिंग. इतना कभी नहीं होता कि इंसान एक साथ रहते हो तो और मनभेद ना होए कभी. मतलब मनभेद तो होंगे हमेशा, कभी कभी फीलिंग्स चले जाए, कभी कभी मनभेद भी होंगे कि नहीं तूने ऐसा किया, तूने ब्लेम्स होंगे ना एक दूसरे पे. या देयर इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी देयर. ये सब चीज़ें हमेशा रहने वाली है. गरजना चाहिए बट बरसों मत. गरजो थोड़ा चलेगा, गरजो मीन्स गेट अपसेट, गेट एंग्री, शाउट, ये सब चलेगा, बट कभी भी बरसों मत. कि नेवर यूज योर हैंड इन अ रिलेशनशिप, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हेन थिंग्स गेट आउट ऑफ हैंड. या गरजना आवाज़ है, बट बरसना विनाश है. मीन्स गरजने से लाइक वो सिर्फ आवाज़ है गरजना, कि या यू शाउटेड एंड हाँ ठीक है हो गया बात उधर, बट बरसना इट मीन्स फिजिकली या फिर वैसे ही वो विनाश है. मीन्स इट विल डिस्ट्रॉय योर रिलेशनशिप कम्प्लीटली. सो देखो ये मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि कैसे रिलेशनशिप हैंडल करते हैं. नाउ आई शो यू द एस्पेक्ट्स व्हाई देयर इज एन क्राइम इन रिलेशनशिप. what the other person who has committed the crime is thinking, because I did my research on it and how I see it, it's my perspective. It's completely my perspective. It's for, like, you can have your own perspective, but it's my perspective that, yeah. But always remember, गड़जो, always गड़जो, but कभी भरसो नहीं. Okay? Let's see relationship crimes in 30 plus above, right? So there's crime rate in relation decreases with the growing age. Like, we would understand that with growing age there comes a responsibility, and there comes an maturity level. Yeah. There are two types of maturity in relationship. जाके किधर ही जाएगा, मतलब छान दो फिर वापस भी आ जाएगा. Like Krishna says, if you love someone, set them free. So this maturity comes slowly in your life. But from past few years, what are the trends in 30 plus above relationship too, that they're committing crimes and taking divorces. There's an increased rate of divorce. Why it should be like that? Because you know why? Sometimes what it happens is, how may I put it this to you, but the people who come into relationship not knowing, but yeah, for the sake of it, they don't understand how the love works. They don't get the child's safety, or what do you say, the person's safety. So, and they are not so much so emotionally attached because of the phones. Phone is the main reason. Phone plus social media is the main reason for your marriage to not work. And I want to discuss about divorces and all that in detail, but it's for another topic and another time, because it's very deep and yeah, it's very touchy to me too. So this is the graph which shows that crime rate peaks out at 19 years, and after 30, yeah, here you can see it's 30, the crime gradually decreases and it completely annihilates till you get 50 or 55, 60, because you have a sense now about the world that yeah, it's fine. Sometimes it's fine to let go. Yeah. Alright, now let's see relationship crime between 15 to 30 age. This is where the relationship curve peaks. This at the age of 19 years. You know why? Why this peaks? How do I understand this peaks? Is because there's a lot of expectations at this age, right? Expectations and immaturity, I would say, towards the other person, not understanding how he feels, not understanding how she feels, and yeah, that's what immaturity is. As you would see, it peaks out at 90 and then gradually decreases. Like, yeah, I told you, at 60 it becomes almost negligible. These are the few, like, I'm showing you statistics first, that why this is the case, and then I will tell you what are the reasons behind it, that why are people committing so much so crime, right? So it would come, but gradually it will come in the later stage of the part. Alright, let's see some statistics and let me give you my opinion about why this is the case. Because truly speaking, not a series or slash article gives the essence of why relationship crimes are committed. No one talks about why this crime has been committed. They all talk about what are the side effects. Like, I'll show you the what is crime. They all talk about what is crime and how is crime and why it is crime and what's the thing behind it. But they don't ever tell you what's the essence of people committing crime. Sometimes it can be purely psychological, but sometimes it's I'll explain you in a very much detail, so stick with me. I'll explain you. Yeah, so let's talk about some articles. Okay. These are the articles which I am showing you, but I do not believe these articles. It's not like I don't believe them, but it's like, how would I put it to you? These articles don't show the real essence of why the relationship violence are conducted. They only show you what is relationship violence and what is the date rape or digital violence. They don't show you what's the perfect reason, which everyone needs to understand what's the perfect reason for it. Yeah. So let us start with physical violence. Physical violence is an international and unwanted contact caused by the body of someone, which may not be painful but leave a bruise on unhealthy for them, right? These may be done forcefully or unconsciously. Unconsciously, in the sense, let me tell you about an article which I saw. Unconsciously, it was about I remember it was about a college, medical college, in which it shows there is a birthday party. So a girl gets drunk and there's a birthday party and a girl gets drunk, right? And she's unconscious about it, but the guy who knows that what he is doing, he takes her to his room and rapes her. He rapes her and sends all the photos to his friend who is sitting next door. Alright? Who is sitting next door. And then what happens is, when the girl was unconscious, and then he rapes her, and when she gets conscious about it, she leaves the apartment, and then police comes and arrests them. But the essence is why that is done unconsciously or forcefully. So I give you a case. So what are the physical violence? Let us talk about this. Scratching can be one, hitting, biting, burning, kicking the body of the victim can be one. Yeah? Throwing an object such as phone, books and anything to injure them physically can be one. Pulling the hairs firmly which hurt the victim. Pushes or pulls the victim to do something. Uses a gun, knife, bat or any kind of weapon to threaten the victim to do some act. Hits or acts sexually with private parts of the victim without their consent. Remember this. Everyone remember this. And especially guys remember this. Never ever touch a girl without her consent. Never. Why? Ask her. Always ask her. If she is comfortable, then only touch her. And if she says yes, but you can still see the hesitation on her face, then don't touch her and leave. Immediately leave. So how you can know if she said yes but still she is not sure? How can you know that? Let me tell you how can you know this. So you can see her face first. If you touch her, she doesn't pull away from you. She won't pull away herself from you, right? So this is how you'll know that she said yes and she meant it was yes. Okay? Because sometimes out of affection a yes comes out of the mouth, but it's a no. So yeah, how it is done is that how we should take it is, it's a no. So if she doesn't pull back or if she doesn't act weird, then you can consider it yes, but not complete yes. So do not try to act anymore or anything. And 7th, pressurize the victim to have sex or perform a sexual act. This is also a crime. So yeah, if you are asking for something, or you say you will take her this or take her that, yeah. So always in chat to remember this: never ever ask for anything. If she wants, she'll herself say you, yeah, let's go. But if she won't be comfortable, she'll never ever touch that topic ever. So from your side, you shouldn't touch that topic. Grab your face and prevents you from leaving. If he grabs your face, like from neck or from back or from waist or your hand, it can also be considered as physical violence. So yeah, never use your body for anything. Yeah, always talk with words. Okay? We have given a mouth, right? So talk with words. Digital violence. Let's see what digital violence had to say. Digital violence is a new form of violence. Digital violence is a new form of violence where someone can face bully, stalk, or harassment through the use of technology. Digital violence includes the following situation which leads to a lot of crime in modern times. Restrict someone from making friends on social media. Let me say this for guys. You should not have a girl who is your friend when you are in relationship. Simple. It concludes it, right? So yeah, manage social sites to keep a regular check on some. Yeah, you can check or you cannot check. That sends unwanted pics or demand vulgar pictures of from someone. Like we also consider this in physical violence too, like unwanted pics. That's why I said never ever initiate it. Never ever initiate a sex talk or anything like regarding it. Never ever do that. Alright? Constantly texting someone can also be considered as digital, what do you say, violence. Check through someone's phone frequently, use spyware or GPS to monitor someone. Everything considers in digital violence. But yeah, I don't really think anything about this thing because it's stupid for me. Yeah. But yeah, let me show you what are sexual violence. What are we doing is, initially we are understanding what are the type of crimes and what are the violence which you should not commit, and then I would explain you that how things work and how should you behave and how should you react to everything. Okay, so yeah, where were we? Just give me 5 seconds. Yeah, what are sexual violence? Sexual violence is act of forcefully coercing someone to do sexual activity without their will or with consent, that is objection, by blackmailing them. There are a lot of people who tend to blackmail their partners that if you won't do this with me, I would do this with you. So yeah, like undesirable kisses or touches. Let me tell you about this. So never ever initiate a kiss or initiate a touch. Always stay in your boundaries. Never ever initiate for undesirable violent sexual activities. Like, the main reason, this is gonna be one of the reasons why there is increase in crime. So remember this reason, it's gonna be helpful for you. Reason number 2, this is gonna be helpful for you in your relationship. Okay, yeah, I will be explaining this second reason in a far too detail and with a very vigilant good explanation. Alright, so third, it's rape or attempt to rape. That there is no explanation needed for this. Restrict the use of condoms or birth control. This is a sexual violence. Yeah, so remember this. Restrict someone to protect themselves from sexually transmitted disease. It means same point, but yeah. Intimate someone who into undesirable sexual activities which you desire but she doesn't desire. So never initiate. Let her initiate. If she wants, she'll initiate. If she wants, she'll initiate. But never, a guy should never initiate, because that can be considered as a violence. Pressurize someone to have sex, or this sexual insulting someone. So what are the habits of guys is, like, they'll call anyone like moti या फिर anything regarding their sexual appearance. So We don't live in America that these things matter. Okay, everyone jokes it around, but we should not joke it around, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. So there is a concept called I am boring you, but interesting part is going to come very soon. So stay tuned. Interesting part is coming, but this is the boring part which you should go through to understand why there is this rape concept, right? So let me just I think the title is wrong over on this video. Oh yeah, title is wrong. Let me just adjust the title quick and I'll show. Give me 5 seconds and I'll adjust the title. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Concept of date rape. What is a date rape? In India, the date rape is being used to define the group which is forcefully into unwanted sexual activities by their friends, colleagues, or intimate partner through physical violence, mental pressure, misuse of their authority, or even threat of life. This concept I am going to take it in detail, and very soon I am going to take it in detail, because this is the main reason why there is an increase in amount of, what do you say, so there is an increased amount of sexual activity and crime. Why there is? Just let me adjust the title. I don't know how to, but give me 5 seconds. I don't know how to adjust the title, so it be it then, because can't say anything right about the title. Alright, so drugs and alcohol also part of vital role in rape. As I told you before, that birthday parties are the heaven for rape. This I shouldn't say, but this is true, because all these are normal, but birthday parties are not, because everything that happens, every case you will know, happens at birthday parties, because people are wearing clothes that they don't normally wear, and which can increase the drive of someone's, I don't know the word, but so people will be alcoholic over there. They would be using drugs, wines and whatnot, and though these drugs are very harmful, which may cause, the drugs are used in date rape, as the drugs ease the memory and victim doesn't remember any incident for particular this span. You get it? You are sitting here with your friends which you trust. Remember, friends which you trust. And what do they do is, this is you with a glass, and friends would include something in your glass, and you won't remember what happened that night, and they'll use you. This is the very simple fact about, yeah, and this happens every time. So stay safe from this. Especially teenagers are victim of date rape. Some are blackmailing for sexual favors, and some feel in sign of maturity, so they consent without knowing the consequences. The partner even restricts them to use birth control, which is pregnancy or health problems like sexual transmitted diseases. Because yeah, during the teen, immature and proper guidance makes the teenager vulnerable to get trapped by the abuser, who shows love and acceptance to them and gradually starts avoiding them. And slowly, the teen, in fear of losing their loving partner, starts doing everything as asked and demanded by their partners. Okay, get it? This is an important point to be understood. So get it through your head. Everyone should get it. And I will show you how love should be, and how it should be. What is the definition of love? What is the definition of love? I'll tell you today, because it's very important to know what is the definition of love, right? My view of love, and my view. So let's skip this part and we'll come to here, and then we'll go on my view. So nowadays, what is clear psychology behind the crime? I would say, not given in articles, but why a partner A is in relationship with partner B, all right, and why, if this partner leaves, this partner tends to commit crime on her, or sexually abuse her, or kill her, or rape her. Why it is so? So let us research on that, right? It's just because of one simple statement, and it changes everything. And the statement is, if I can't have her, no one can. This is the psychology behind people killing their loved ones, like the partner they thought they'll have their lifetime with, and what they do is kill her, or abuse her, or what not they do. It's just because of this statement, if I can't have her, no one can. So this creates, and if you think deeply, you'll find this in every case. That's the case. Like you'll find that in most of the cases, वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ. So in most of the cases, you'll find that this is the case, right? That just give me a second. Yeah, nowadays, let's get it by case, alright? So if a partner A and partner B is there, if partner A, let's understand it by names, alright? Let's understand it by names. It would be very much clear to you that how. Let's understand it by names. So there's Shakshi, and there is a Sahil. Alright? So what happens? They are dating. Now what happens? Sahil and Sakshi Sakshi starts talking to another guy and stops talking to Sahil. The classic case, the most classic case you will find. Yeah? So that's the case. Starts talking to another guy and has relationship with him. So what does Sahil think is, if now try to connect the statement I said to you to this situation, how did Sahil react? Sahil loved her, na? Sahil loved her, though he is Muslim, but he loved her, right? But what happened is, the statement came, if I can't have her, no one can. Now you got it. This statement is behind every crime. This is the statement you can attribute to any case you'll see, because you'll see many cases in your time. In this time you'll see an infinite amount of cases which will show you that this guy did this girl did that, but this is the statement behind it, and this statement is always going to be behind this kind of cases. So take it from me, and now understand what's my perspective to love and dating as it is, right? How it should be done, and how, what do I say, things should pan out. Like, what's the definition of love, and how you should love to your partner. Alright? Yeah. My view of love. What is love? Tell me. What is love? Can anyone answer? In comments, yeah? So let me tell you what love is. Love is when we all say love is eternal, but how does love become eternal, Love becomes eternal after it is let go. Yeah. Like Shri Krishna, can you name a story or a love story which is better than Krishna and Radha? But it's an incomplete love story. Love is when you let her go. You know that you love her, but you still have to let her go. This is what love is. It's not affection, it's not kindness, it's not you sharing her with anything, it's not you telling her your secrets, it's not her telling her her secrets. But what love is to love when the other person doesn't love you, or just to let go. Sometimes letting go is hard. Letting go is never easy. It's never gonna be easy. It's the most difficult thing one can do. But that's why we are missing the love which should be the love which is meant to be, or what, that's the love. Yeah, that's why I believe the love is proved when and becomes eternal. Yeah, when it is let go. Shri Krishna says, Shri Krishna says, if अगर कोई आपका है, अगर कोई आपका है, so he or she will meet a lot of people, but at the end of the day he'll come back to you. And अगर आपका नहीं है तो भी क्या ही हो जाए, मतलब yeah, it's fine ना? If she is not yours or he is not yours, then things will work out directly. Yeah, things always work out. So I always say one thing, that is, believe in Krishna, believe in his teachings, not in him if you would like, but believe in his teachings, that he said he is the God, but he didn't save his love, because he wanted to teach us. Sometimes, most of the times, we can't save our love. We can't save what we love the most. But it doesn't mean we hurt them. It just means we let them go. Right? We let them go, and that's what love is. To letting go. And if it's never gonna be yours once it's left, but exceptionally, if it's yours, it will come back. If it's not yours, you'll find someone else better. So don't think of hurting any person who you love. Loving someone doesn't justify you hurting them because they left you. That never justifies it. Yeah? You know why it never justifies it? Because then what your love is, huh? You hurt her. How can you even think you loved her after hurting her? So the best part is, let her go. And never ever hurt anyone. So yeah, because this is the problem nowadays. If I can't have her, no one can. And that's the basic problem people are facing. This is the basic problem people are facing. That's the reason why there are so many crimes nowadays in our relationship. In healthy relationship, there are crimes because of someone else came into their lives, into the other person's life, and you can't handle it. I always say this: get insanely angry, garjo, bahut garjo, like cry, whatever you wanna do, but never ever बरसो. गरजना ज़रूरी है, बरसना विनाश है. रिमेंबर दिस. गरजने से सामने वाले को आपकी वैल्यू समझ में आती है. अगर आप कभी भी गरजोगे, मीन्स यू विल शाउट, यू विल से दिस, यू विल से दैट, उससे सामने वाले को आपकी वैल्यू समझ में आती है. बरसने से वो वैल्यू चली जाती है. ना आपकी वो वैल्यू रहती है, ना सामने वाले को समझ में आती. सो हमेशा गरजो, शाउट, गेट एंग्री, बट नेवर बरसना कभी नहीं है. नेवर एवर डू दैट. राइट? सो या, लेट्स हैव सम few more reasons why relationship don't work. Yeah, this can be attributed to, what do I say, the main reason why relationship don't work nowadays in today's generation of kids, why it doesn't work. Yeah. So if one of the person, like in this case Sakshi, loved another boy, hmm, who is in relationship, but now he or she doesn't want to be in relationship and she likes another guy. So what did Sahil do? Killed her? Yeah. So tell me, how is this your love? If you can't even see her happy. The best love I have ever seen is between any parent, and we'll never see that love ever again, because that's one example I always give. How will mom get angry? Think, if you have a mom, yeah, how will she get angry? She will shout, she will scream, yeah, right? And how will dad get angry? What he'll do? He won't eat food, right? So indirectly mom would get hurt. Like mom would shout and dad would get hurt. So how in relationship things work is, dad would not eat and mom cares. That's why she gets sad and all the hurt she gets. This is most general case you'll ever find. But nowadays what it's like, if I can't get her, then I'll kill her. That's the sentiment nowadays is. What I would say to guys is, guys, now how I believe you can, if you love a girl, how should you react? Fast for her and tell her, I haven't eaten in a day or two. If she cares, she'll come and feed you herself. And if she doesn't care, eat yourself. Simple. Why you need to hurt her? Huh? Why you need to hurt her? This is the most perfect example I can give you. If you feel that girl loves you, do this. And if she doesn't love you, so what's the hate for? She never loved you. So, yeah, alright. Cases of anger. As I said, nowadays always attribute these lines. These lines I showed you. Take a screenshot of this. It's very important. Now people don't always get angry and shout, but they use their hands when they get angry. And this is never the case in, like, if you ever seen the older generation, you notice that they would shout, they would do everything, they would do everything, but they would never use their hands. That's why they're still together. And nowadays relationships are falling apart, because they think it's easier to leave than to solve. It's easier to kill or to harass someone if they don't do as you wish they would. But the best thing you can do is let them go. This is how you can show your love. not by proving anything. देखो, एक बहुत अच्छा कोट सुना था मैंने, प्यार है इसलिए जाने दिया, अगर जिद होती तो बाहों में होती. So this is the quote. So if you love her, so let her go. If she'll be yours, you'll get her back. If she won't be yours, then what's the worry for all of this, right? Let's see another few reasons. What I would consider is the main reason behind these crimes. First, this is the main reason. If you can understand, do understand this reason, but this is the only reason behind those crimes, and there are none other reasons behind those crimes. This is the main reason. And second reason I would consider is Hollywood movies. Why Hollywood movies? They preach you violence, like in Money Heist, you'll remember, they preach you कोई चीज़ चुराना इज़ वेरी, व्हाट डू आई से, ठीक है, मतलब कोई चीज़ चुरा लोगे वो तुम्हारी है, चुरा लो. इन KGF 2 किलिंग इज़ लाइक हलवा है, मतलब किसी को भी मार दो चलेगा, ऐसे फॉर शो किसी को भी मार दो. इन डेथ नोट यू विल सी लाइट यागामी किलिंग एनीवन हू ही डजंट लाइक. ही वांट्स टू बी द गॉड, he wants to be the god of everything. There's Psycho, there's the Silence of Lamb, and there's Crime Patrol. Oh my god, what do I say about Crime Patrol? Crime Patrol, I cannot, there should not be a Crime Patrol. Because what it does is, it doesn't aware you. It awares the people who want to do crime. That's why I say, never watch a movie which is regarding a crime or anything, because it stimulates your mind towards it. I would do the crime, she would do the crime, or anyone would do the crime like that. So it stimulates your mind towards it. So never watch it. Always take your precautions, take your safety, but never watch movies like that movie. So yeah, this advice could save you a lifetime from everything. So yeah, if you want to get it, or you can leave, That is my kind of love. How would I see love as, and how it should be? Love should be like of Ted and Robin. This is the perfect example of love I can give you. They are the most perfect example of love. There's few lyrics I would consider. All the times that I stripped my mind to mention that you're the one I need, and I forgot to tell you I was wrong to ever doubt it, and you're all I think. Yeah, there's a million words I should have said. Remember, you were standing in the doorways, and the words were on my lips, that you'll never look so beautiful. Oh, just to be near you, don't you know how it good feels? So these are the lines which are about a guy regretting that he didn't say few words which he should have said, right? But the time has gone, right? The person has gone, the person has changed, alright? So miss her, insanely miss her. If you can get back to her, miss her, do everything, but never ever think of hurting her. You know why? Because love for anyone, it should be a love of Krishna. The way he preaches love is the love it should be, and nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. By the way, this is from How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. Because he is a god. Krishna is God. In Mahabharat, he says that Parth, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो मैं नहीं कर सकता. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो मैं नहीं कर सकता इस दुनिया में. But he still can't get his love. Can't stop Radha. Why? And doesn't do anything about it. He tries his best but doesn't do or try to hurt Radha. Why? Because he is teaching us that how love should be. And what is the definition of love? Love is when you can let go the other person for his or her happiness. This is what love is. And this is what love should be. Every day, every time, this is what love should be. So yeah, I have a lot to talk about, but I won't, because the video would get insanely long. Yeah, that's the way I would tell you how love should be and how it is meant to be. It's never meant to be the love that this was. It's always meant to be the love that this is. And this love is eternal. Do understand it. You hurting the other person won't even, what do I say? The world will forget it. But your soul would never forget it. So I do have one example to teach you what you should do in love. So there is a course called Vipassana, right? Now Guruji over there, he was from family of a businessman. He had migraines. If doctors would be hearing it, they would know there is no cure for migraines, but his migraines were cured through this. So he was our Guruji, the Guruji, Goyankaji. He was telling about his own guru who taught him. So उन्होंने कैसा कहा कि वो गुरुजी ने उन्हें ऐसे समझाया. There was a person कि वो कभी भी ध्यान करने नहीं बैठता था. वो ध्यान करने बैठता था 5 मिनट और फिर से बाहर आ जाता, फिर घूमता था, पानी पीता था, फिर से ध्यान करने बैठता था, फिर से घूमता था, वॉशरूम जाता था, फिर से ध्यान करने, फिर बाहर आता था, फिर से घूमता था और फिर से ध्यान करने बैठता था. तो गुरुजी ने उसको 2 बार समझाया कि क्या हुआ भाई, ध्यान करने क्यों नहीं बैठा है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, ऐसा है वैसा है. सो व्हाट हैपेंड इज So what happened is, one day, one afternoon, I would say, he told him that he was roaming around, कि उधर घूम रहा था. तो गुरुजी ने क्या किया, उसके शून्याग्रह में गए. देयर इज़ अ रूम कॉल्ड शून्याग्रह, जहाँ बैठ के आप ध्यान कर सकते हो. उसके शून्याग्रह के डोर के एग्जैक्ट आगे गए और उधर इतने ज़ोर से चिल्लाया, इतने ज़ोर से गुस्सा किया कि इतनी गालियाँ दी उसको, और वो धर्म के बहुत बड़े गुरुजी थे, तो अभी उन्होंने गालियाँ दी ऐसे और उसको बहुत ज़ोर से चिल्लाया। और फिर बाहर आके गोयंका जी को कहते आज तो उसको डांट ही आया गोयंका, क्योंकि ऐसे खुश हो गए कि उसके भले के लिए मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि उसका भला हो जाएगा, इससे ये विद्या करने से उसका भला हो जाएगा। सो हमेशा हैव एन एटीट्यूड ऑफ दिस, मंगल हो सबका। If he is with you, if he is not with you, anything is like that. But this should be attitude. This should be your attitude कि मंगल हो सबका, और nothing else should be your attitude or anything regarding that. Everything should be fine. Yeah. And this is what it should be like. So yeah. गुस्सा करना चाहिए, गुस्सा बहुत करो, बहुत झगड़ो, बहुत फाइट करो, बहुत करो, बट कभी भी बरसो मत, और कभी भी वो भावना मत लाओ कि मैं इसको हर्ट करूँगा, हर्ट इन द सेंस फिजिकली हर्ट करूँगा या फिर ऐसे ही कुछ भी करूँगा उसमें। ये नहीं आना चाहिए कभी भी। मन से हमेशा ऐसा ही होना चाहिए कि ये जो भी करेगी अच्छा ही होगा, मतलब सब सही होगा। दिस शुड बी योर व्हाट टू से मोटिव, और दिस शुड बी इन योर माइंड कि या कुछ भी होगा तो इट शुड बी लाइक दिस। ऑलराइट, सो या दिस इज मी signing off. Bye. How to end this? Now let's see.